Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. Let me know in the comments down below what you've been up to. If you've done anything special this weekend, maybe spent it with the family, went out, chilled for a bit. And please, this is gonna be a bit off topic, but do let me know in the comments down below what good movies you guys watched recently, or some TV shows, TV series. I got a bit of free time and maybe I'm gonna have a chance to finally watch a movie and chillax a bit tonight. So would be awesome if you guys would let me know in the comments down below a nice movie, something to kind of like watch, you know. Moving over to today's video, we're gonna check what I've got out of the Dragon Dungeon from 40,000 energy. We do have the 3x speed going on at the moment, and I've used 40,000 energy. That's the equivalent of roughly 2,000 runs in the Dragon Slayer. And of course, we've done it on hard mode, stage 10. And yeah, I'm very curious to see we've got anything back. Like, was this a good investment for energy? We've got some good speed gear, or not really. These are definitely the best events to farm when we are talking about speed gear. So I've actually recorded quite a few different clips because it was pretty hard for me to keep track of every single piece, if no, because I didn't have enough inventory. So I actually had like 70 spaces on my gear and then the inbox, so I had to constantly cleanse it and stuff like this. So you see I have 40,244 energy. That's before we even started, and this is kind of like gonna give you guys an idea of what exactly happened. Then I'm gonna start with the very first run. I've recorded actually 4 different times when I was using the RSL helper, and there we're actually going to be able to see the pieces of gear. Like this, you're going to get to see kind of like what sort of substats I've got from them as well. So right here, this is the very first batch that I've done. You see I'm left with 27k energy, and I've done 629 runs. Now I gotta stop, do the cleanse. You see I already kept 256 items, so I gotta cleanse them from there. In terms of speed gear, I changed my auto sell options and I kept everything. 5-star rare, 5-star epic, legendary, just to count how much speed gear I'm actually getting out of the 2000 runs, just to show you guys as well. I had to put the game on 60 frames to have it a bit slower. This team is actually under 30 seconds per run, but this was going overnight. I just didn't want it to overflow my inbox, because that was gonna be a bit of an issue. So let's just check out once we're gonna get to the pieces of gear after this run probably. So there we go actually. So you're gonna be able to see the very first batch. You see we got all this speed gear, 5-star, we got some epics, legendaries, we got some mythical, 6-star. I've recorded them like this, so then I went, watched the videos and kind of like took notes of every single piece that I've got there. But this kind of like shows you what sort of substats I got on some of the pieces. Feel free to stop the video if you are curious to see the substats, the stats. A lot of them are trash, a lot of them are flats, a lot of them are just not good. And I'm just hoping to kind of like find something amazing in this mess. There are quite a few pieces in the first batch out of the 600 plus run that we've done. So that's good, of course. I managed to keep a few other pieces from different sets, but don't get too excited because I think I've only kept like 5 of them out of 2000 runs, which is crazy. Indeed, I do have a slightly higher standard when we are talking about gear, especially with the dragon. So this is the second batch. You see we went from 27k energy all the way down to 19k. You can see it right here. And I've done 415 runs. Again, I gotta do the cleanse and see what we've got in here. But once I'm gonna click on the gear, you see we got some mythical gear again, lots of speed gear, of course other pieces too, but I'm just slowly scrolling through them again, just so I can see them in the video, to take my notes, and you guys can see them here as well if you are curious. Now on my account, after I've done the cleanse, I sold all the 5-star rares, epics, legendaries. I'm not keeping that. I kept the 5-star mythics because if they roll a penta roll, that's kind of like a 6-star with a quad. So why not? But Other than that, I'm not keeping them. I'm not keeping the 6-star rares unless there's some bottom pieces like some nice crit damage gloves or something that's pretty important. Bottom pieces are much harder to collect compared to the top pieces, you know. Moving over to the third batch. So let's see what we have right here. I feel like I've done less runs here. So let's see. Let's go at the very beginning. So we've done 281 runs here. You see, 29 seconds. I've put it to unlimited FPS. I don't need it on 60 anymore. And I'm down to 14k energy. And I kept like quite a few pieces here. Of course, not all of them are speed, but I kept quite a few different ones. Lots of 5-star, man. Lots of 5-star for stage 10 hard mode. Personally, I'm not very impressed with the drop rates. Maybe I've been a bit unlucky with the 6-star mythical and legendary, but I'm not. I feel like so much 5-star rare gear that it just gives me a headache, honestly. So that was batch number 3, and moving over to the last batch, which is number 4 and is the biggest out of all of them, which is what I've done overnight. 700 runs. So if you add all the 4 batches together, they're a bit over 2k runs. You see, I'm down at 227 energy from 14k that I had at the batch number 3. So 40k energy has been burned so far. This time around we kept 277 pieces, and how I mentioned, man, I've barely kept any other pieces from different sets. I think maybe 5 or 6 pieces. I know I kept a couple of Stalwart pieces that were pretty nice. I kept a couple of Toxic. I kept a piece of Daze, and I can't remember if I kept one from Accuracy. The rest just speed gear. You're gonna be able to see what I've kept right now, and I'm gonna roll a few of them, see if it was actually worth it. But this is pretty much what we've got, guys. If we're gonna head over right here to my gear, some of it is already been ticked, so you don't see the red dot. We're gonna double check that in a second, but basically I've collected pretty much everything right here, you see. So some of them, they don't have the tick because I had some space in the inventory, but we have 93 that we kept. Plus, I feel like 15, 20 more that we're gonna check out, you see. All of it 6-star gear. And we have some 5-star mythical, but 6-star epic, 6-star legendary, and seems like I have a couple of 5-star legendaries lost in the batch here, which I'm gonna sell because I don't really care about them. And just to mention it before, I didn't really have the time to put Arena and create some fancy spreadsheet or anything like that, but if you guys wanna use the info that I'm gonna give you for a fancy spreadsheet, feel free to do it. By any means, not a problem whatsoever. I've just took this to have notes for myself to be able to share it with you guys. But basically, I've got in total, right, 5-star rare gear, I got 120 pieces. 5-star epic gear, I've got 108 pieces. 5-star legendary, I got 67 pieces. 5-star mythical, I got 27 pieces. 6-star rare gear, I got 65 pieces. And 6-star epics, we've got 56 pieces. 6-star legendary, we've got 35 pieces. And 6-star mythical, unfortunately, we only got 6 pieces. Now, in the first run out of the 629 runs, Now in the first batch out of the 629 runs, we've got 166 pieces of speed gear. In the second batch out of 415 runs, we got 95 pieces. Actually went down quite a bit. In the next batch, 281 runs, we got 79 pieces. And in the next batch of 700 runs, we got 194 pieces. So you see, the RNG kind of like evens out. You're gonna think that, well, I've done 100 runs, I got no speed gear, but then in the next 100 runs, you're gonna get more speed gear than you're normally getting for 200 runs. So it's kind of like a constant wave. Think about it like that, you know. In total, out of 2025 runs, I've got 534 pieces of speed gear. Roughly around 100 million silver. And how I mentioned, I kept around 5-6 pieces from different sets except speed gear. Now I gotta roll all these, see what I'm keeping from the actual speed gear. Maybe I'm gonna hit a triple. Maybe I'm gonna finally hit a quad on the account. That would be amazing. I still don't have one. But basically, this is pretty much what we've got. Now, if you are thinking about the Dragon Dungeon, we have 9 different sets in the dungeon, if I'm not mistaken. The way this 2x speed gear, 3x speed gear works, it's not like they're increasing the chance of the set. They're actually adding 2 extra speed sets in there. So if before we had 9 sets, they're adding 2 more speed sets to the loot pool, and you're gonna have 11 sets, from which 3 of them are all speed sets. So roughly, I got 25% out of everything that we had speed gear, which by the looks of it is actually feeling like is a bit above average, right? Because 11 sets and we've got 534 pieces out of 2000 runs, so we're a bit over the 25%, which is definitely pretty good. I'm actually very happy with the result, but of course, if we're not keeping anything from here, it's gonna be pretty sad. So let's crack on it. Let's start rolling something. I'm not really gonna do them all because I feel like the video is gonna be way too long, but we're gonna get to kind of like see if we're keeping something special. I might just add it, and when I'm hitting that juicy thing, I'm actually gonna stop it there. But so far, you see, the ones that they have speed are kind of like getting wrecked. A lot of these pieces are gonna be sold. Like if I'm not hitting on the right stats, it's pretty pointless. Low rolls on the speed, so even if it's double speed, double accuracy, it's pretty low on the speed, so it won't really make a massive difference. Nothing in terms of triple roll. If I'll hit a quad, regardless of what it is, I'm gonna use a chaos ore. If I'm hitting triples, I'm not really gonna bother with them so much because I've got triple rolls on speed at the moment, so it's not a big issue. This is pretty weak sauce as well. They're not upgrades at all at the moment, you know. You see, all this work and it's just getting ruined like this by RNG in seconds. So it seems like every roll kind of like spreads around in multiple ones. I feel like this sort of epics with no speed, I'm not even gonna bother to level them up because I have quite a few triple roll weapons and they're just gonna be kind of like a waste of silver. But the main idea is if you are saving your energy. So basically what I'm doing, let me just put it for you guys like this. I'm not really farming dungeons at all unless it's a 3x on gear, 2x on gear. And even with 2x, I'm not that tempted anymore. I'm usually waiting for 3x and I'm just stacking energy. And when that event comes in, I'm just bang, going ham and do it. This is actually a mythical. It dropped on speed. It could have had the chance to be something incredible, but instead it went on attack and flat HP, so it's gonna be pretty useless. I have a feeling that yeah, we're not really gonna get anything out of here. Let me know in the comments down below. You managed to get anything juicy so far? Come on, be a quad. Ah, god damn it. So it's a flat defense. I'm gonna have to reroll this one. I'm gonna have to do it. Come on, baby, speed. Okay, flat attack instead. Awful. So that's gonna be a good sell. I'm actually gonna sell it right now just so I don't forget. See, kind of like when you're fighting the RNG. This is actually a nice helmet. So we have crit damage, crit rate, attack. Of course, it hits on the flat defense, so we're gonna have to sell that one too. Seems like we're definitely not very lucky today, but who knows? We might be lucky next time. If not next time, maybe the next time and next time and next time, and so goes on, guys. I'm still waiting on the day when mythical ores will come out, so that's a sell. Nothing good came out of it. If I'm not hitting a quad or a penta roll on the 5-star, is an insta sell, so it's not no point to keep them, you know. Okay, you see, that's kind of like the main reason why I don't bother to keep the 5-star gear. It's not really doing much for you. This could have had some potential, but it didn't. It didn't, of course. So weapons, helmets didn't went too great. Now I've seen that I've got a nice mythical shield, and I'm praying for it, man. I'm praying for it. I'm gonna keep that right here so you guys can see it. Let's see. Give me a triple here. Beautiful. So this is something that I'm gonna re-roll whenever the mythical chaos ores are coming to the game. They're definitely coming. It might be 6 months, but you know what? Pieces like this are worth keeping. So I'm gonna keep that piece right there. And I'm scared, but please, I'm gonna click directly 16 and I'm gonna close my eyes. Oh no. One of each, man. That's actually so sad. 17 speed. This is a decent piece. I can use it maybe on a champion that's in my clan boss team, like a man-eater or something like that needs to go fast. But damn, I really had some high hopes for that shield, man. I had some high hopes for that shield. Oof. Please. Please. Oh, we got a triple, a small rolls as well. I thought that maybe we're going to hit a 25. But hey, we got one triple out of it. So we're going to keep that one. I'm going to try to roll mainly what it has speed and pieces like these guys. Let's see. This one maybe is another sort of dopamine, you know, like another sort of gambling in here. Triple. No triple in here. So a lot of these pieces are actually going to waste my silver. Literally wasting my my silver with them. Let's see these mythical ones. Anything that has speed, I'm gonna roll, and the rest I'm gonna have to clean up later. So this is not great. This has speed too. Come on, Penta. Give me a Penta speed. No. Maybe another time. Curious of this one, what's gonna happen. Even though it's flat, it's just mainly for future chaos or pretty bad piece actually. Speed anywhere, let's see. This has speed. Oh, this is a nice piece too. A nice piece actually. One of each. That's how everything goes to rubbish, man. That's how everything goes to the bin. Just by hitting one of each. What about this one? Let's see. Mythical flat. Bad roll, so that's gonna be a sell too. No point to even think of keeping something like this. This is a nice chess piece as well. We got what we need on it. Flat attack, not a great thing to see. That's a nice chess piece. So attack, crit rate, crit damage, pretty nice. Good rolls on it too, and it actually rolled nice, man. 20 crit rate, beautiful. This is actually a nice chess piece. Let's hit it to 16. Okay, we got a defense, not necessarily the right thing that you want to see, and we got another one similar with it. Attack, crit rate, crit damage, and speed. Okay, double crit damage, 1 flat HP. Decent. How I mentioned, this can be upgrades on some of my clan boss champions, you know, like if I need that extra speed set next to the savage or whatever I'm using on them, is actually pretty nice. One on each again. Resistance, this is a nice one. Come on, give me a quad, man. Triple crit rate, quad crit rate, speed. Okay, this is interesting. Most probably I'm gonna re-roll this one, but dang, imagine if it was a quad. It would have made my my life a bit better. And in terms of speed boots, probably some of you guys are curious how many speed boots I've got. So far, we've got none. I'm not sure if I haven't sold any of the rare boots that had speed as a main. A big possibility, honestly. I haven't really paid attention, but this is pretty much how it looks, guys. Kind of like what we've got out of it. How we've seen 0 upgrades so far. We did got a lot of speed gear. Keep in mind, my account is at a pretty high level. My standards for gear are very high, so if I'm not hitting triple or quad rolls or penta rolls, I'm not keeping the pieces from this set because they're not really benefiting my account at all, unless there's some bottom pieces like those attack chest pieces that you've seen, or a nice pair of gloves or something like that. But hopefully you guys had better luck than I did, and let me know what you've got in the comments down below. What's the best piece that you've got so far? Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.